Peace and grace, beloved soul. Today, the angels have a special message just for you, words that can lift your spirit, open your heart, and guide you into your divine season. Imagine a light shining on your path, showing you doors that are waiting to be opened, blessings that are waiting to flow. The universe is speaking, and your angels are whispering signs you don't want to miss. Before we dive in, I want you to take a deep breath, feel the love and peace surrounding you, and know that this moment is divinely timed just for you. If this message touches your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Holy Encouragement for more uplifting words from the angels. Your engagement helps us bring these divine whispers to more souls like, why oh take a deep breath. Slow your thoughts and open your heart. The angels say this message reached you at a precise moment. Not early, not late. If you are listening right now, it is because your soul is called forward. There is a spiritual warning the angels want you to hear, not to frighten you, but to prepare you. Something has shifted. Behind the scenes, beyond what your eyes can see, the spiritual realm has moved in response to a decision connected to your soulmate. And before the change fully manifests in your physical life, the angels were instructed to speak to you first. You may have felt it already. A sudden wave of emotion without explanation. Memory resurfacing unexpectedly. A calm mixed with longing or even restlessness in your spirit. These are not random feelings. The angels say these sensations are activation. Signs, signals that a soul connection is aligning again after a long pause. But here is the warning. When alignment begins, doubt often follows. Many people miss their blessings, not because the angels didn't act, but because fear spoke louder than faith. The angels want you to know. Do not ignore the subtle signs happening now. If you've been questioning, why am I thinking about them again? Why does their energy feel closer? Why do I feel like something is about to change? This is your confirmation. The angels say a soulmate connection does not awaken gently. It awakens deeply. It touches the heart before it touches the hands. It speaks to the spirit before it speaks through words. And right now, your spirit is listening. The angels want to clarify something important. This connection is not based on fantasy or obsession. It is rooted in soul recognition. Soul recognition happens when two souls agree, before birth, to meet, separate, grow, and reunite at the right time. Yes, separation was part of the plan. You may not understand why distance, silence, or confusion was necessary. You may have blamed yourself or wondered what you did wrong. The angels say, you were never rejected. You were redirected. Both you and your soulmate needed growth, healing, strength, awareness. And now, something has changed. The angels describe it as a spiritual alarm that went off in your soulmate's heart. A realization so strong that it shook old beliefs, old fears, and old resistance. But before you hear what your soulmate did, which will be revealed in the next segment, the angels insist you understand this truth. You must be emotionally ready to receive what is coming. Why? Because blessings feel uncomfortable when we've grown used to waiting. The angels say some people become so familiar with delay that when movement begins, they question it. They overthink it. They sabotage it with doubt. This is why this warning matters. If you notice signs increasing, repeating numbers, vivid dreams, unexpected reminders, do not push them away. Angels communicate through repetition because the soul recognizes patterns faster than logic. If you've been seeing numbers like 1111, 222, or 444, these are not coincidences. These are alignment codes, confirming that divine timing is active. Another sign the angels mention is emotional release. If you've cried recently without knowing why, if you've felt the urge to forgive, let go, or reflect, that is your heart making space, because something new cannot enter a heart that is already full of old pain. The angels also warn against outside voices. Not everyone will understand what you are feeling. Some may dismiss it. Others may encourage you to move on in ways that do not honor your soul. The angels say, protect your inner knowing. This season is not about explaining, but it is about trusting. Your soul already knows the truth. Your mind is just catching up. And here is the most important part of the warning. Do not rush ahead of divine timing. Excitement is natural. Curiosity is human. But forcing outcomes blocks angelic flow. The angels are working in layers. Spiritual first, emotional second. Physical last. What is meant for you does not need to be chased. What is aligned will move toward you naturally. Right now, your only responsibility is awareness. Awareness that something sacred is unfolding. Awareness that you are supported. Awareness that love guided by angels is never random. The angels ask you to stay open, but grounded. Hopeful, but patient, faithful, but calm. Because what your soulmate just did has set destiny in motion. Remain still for a moment. The angels say what you are about to hear is not meant for everyone. Only for the soul who has been prepared through patience, silence, and growth. This is not a coincidence. This is confirmation. The angels reveal that your soulmate recently made a decision that altered the spiritual path between you. It was not loud. It was not announced. No one around them may even know. But in the spiritual realm, it was felt immediately. Your soulmate chose truth over fear. For a long time, your soulmate carried inner conflict. They questioned the depth of their feelings, suppressed memories, and tried to reason their way out of a connection that could not be explained. Logically, they distracted themselves. They delayed. They resisted, not because they didn't care, but because caring felt overwhelming. Angels say your soulmate reached a moment where running no longer worked. In a quiet moment, perhaps late at night, perhaps during solitude, they felt an emotional weight rise to the surface. A realization they could no longer ignore. They acknowledged the connection. This was the unbelievable act. They stopped lying to themselves. The angels describe it as a spiritual surrender. The moment your soulmate admitted, either in thought, prayer, or emotion, this connection is real, and I can't deny it anymore. That single acknowledgement sent a signal through the soul contract between you. When one soulmate awakens, the other feels it, even across distance, silence, or time. This is why your emotions have shifted. This is why memories returned without effort. This is why your energy feels different. Angels say your soulmate did not just think of you. They released resistance. Resistance is the biggest block to divine love. Your soulmate released fear of vulnerability, fear of repeating past mistakes, fear of not being enough. They realized something profound. Avoiding love was hurting them more than risking it. And when they let go of resistance, angels were allowed to intervene. The angels explain that they cannot interfere with free will, but the moment a heart opens willingly, guidance begins immediately. That is what happened. Your soulmate's decision activated a spiritual green light. Old emotional barriers started dissolving. Unfinished soul lessons began closing. Timing started recalibrating. This is why you may feel peace mixed with anticipation. The angels want you to understand. This was not impulsive. This was not emotional confusion. This was clarity. Your soulmate reflected deeply on the past, not with regret, but with honesty. They recognized where fear controlled their choices. Where pride delayed growth, where silence replaced communication. And instead of blaming circumstances or other people, they took responsibility. The angels say this act alone is rare. Many People feel love, but few are brave enough to face it. Soulmate was brave. Another part of this unbelievable act is forgiveness. Your soulmate released resentment toward themselves, toward past situations, and even toward you, not because anyone was wrong, but because forgiveness was necessary for reunion. Forgiveness is not approval of pain. It is permission for healing. The angels emphasize this point strongly. Healing has begun on both sides, even if you have not spoken. Even if nothing has changed physically yet. Spiritually, a door has opened. You may sense this through sudden calm, or through an urge to prepare yourself. Emotionally, or through a feeling that waiting no longer feels heavy. These are signs that resistance has been replaced with readiness. However, the angels give a gentle reminder. Do not assume this means immediate action in the physical world. Spiritual decisions move faster than human steps. Your soulmate's heart has aligned. Now, timing must align too. Angels are arranging circumstances, removing obstacles, and softening pathways. What once felt blocked will begin to feel natural. What once felt confusing will become clear. What once felt distant will feel closer energetically first. And here is something very important the angels want you to hear. Your soulmate's action does not require you to chase, message, or force contact. This is not your burden. The angels say your role is to stay open, not anxious. Trusting does not mean waiting in pain. It means waiting in peace. If impatience arises, breathe. If doubt tries to speak, return to stillness. What is divinely aligned cannot miss you. And as this alignment continues, the angels will reveal the deeper reason this connection had to pause. The soul contract that explains why separation was necessary before union could occur. Close your eyes for a moment and listen with your heart. The angels say that what you are experiencing cannot be understood through logic alone, because it was written before time. Long before you met your soulmate in this lifetime, a contract of souls was formed. This contract was not written in words. It was written in energy, intention, and divine agreement. The angels explain that some souls travel alone, some meet briefly, and others are bound through sacred assignments that span lifetimes. Your connection belongs to the last category. A soulmate contract is not created to make life easy. It is created to make the soul whole. This is why the connection feels intense. This is why separation felt unbearable. This is why forgetting was never possible. The angels say your souls recognized each other instantly, even if your minds didn't understand why. Recognition happens through energy, a feeling of familiarity, a sense of safety mixed with awakening. A deep knowing that defies explanation. But here is the truth many people don't understand. Soul contracts include separation. Clauses. Separation is not punishment. It is preparation. Your contract required distance because growth was impossible without it. One or both of you carried unhealed wounds, patterns learned from family, past relationships, or fear-based beliefs. If union had happened too soon, the connection would have broken under emotional weight. The angels say love alone is not enough. Alignment is required. So the contract allowed silence, time, individual journeys, not to break the bond, but to strengthen it. While separated, each of you is assigned lessons. You learned resilience. Self-worth. Faith without proof. Your soulmate learned courage, emotional honesty, responsibility for their heart. These lessons could not be rushed. And now, the angels say, the contract has reached its next phase. This phase is called activation. Activation begins when one soul completes their lesson and signals readiness. As you heard in the previous segment, your soulmate has reached this point. That moment of truth they faced did more than change their heart. It fulfilled a clause in your soul contract. The angels describe it as a seal being opened. When this happens, the contract shifts from separation to alignment. This does not always mean immediate reunion, but it means the path is no longer blocked. The angels are now permitted to orchestrate events in your favor. Encounters. Conversations. Expected opportunities. Everything begins to move with less resistance. You may notice life flowing more easily, not just in love, but in peace, clarity, and direction. That is because soulmate contracts affect the entire soul, not just romance. The angels also reveal something sacred. You agreed to forget this contract when you were born. Why? Because faith is only real when tested. If you remembered everything, free will would be meaningless. Growth would be optional. Forgetting allows choice. And every time you chose patience over bitterness, hope over despair, trust over fear, you honored the contract, even without remembering it. The angels say many souls abandon their contracts through resentment, anger, or giving up. But you did not, even in moments of doubt. Something inside you held on. That is why this message found you. The angels now explain the final aspect of the contract. Reunion requires emotional maturity, not perfection. You and your soulmate do not need to be flawless, only honest, healed enough, and willing. The angels are not waiting for perfect conditions. They are waiting for stable hearts. That stability is forming now. You may feel less desperate, less attached to outcomes, more trusting of divine timing. This is not loss of interest. This is inner balance. Balance is the final requirement before union energy becomes physical. The angels also caution against revisiting old pain. Do not replay past conversations. Do not rehearse past disappointments. Those chapters have closed. The contract does not move backward, only forward. If communication resumes, it will come from a new emotional foundation. If reunion occurs, it will feel calmer than you imagined, not chaotic, not dramatic. That is how you will know it is real, because divine love feels peaceful, not anxious. And now, the angels prepare you for the next revelation. Before reunion, there is always a final inner battle. One last test your soulmate faced before choosing truth. This battle has already been fought. And listen closely now. The angels say that before any divine reunion, there is always a battle that happens in silence. A battle no one sees, no one applauds, and yet one that determines everything. Your soulmate has just come through that battle. For a long time, they carried an inner war between who they were taught to be and who their soul truly is. On one side was fear of vulnerability, fear of repeating painful cycles. Fear of losing control. On the other side was truth about their feelings, truth about the connection, truth they could no longer deny. The angels say this battle was not quick. It unfolded through sleepless nights, moments of emotional pressure, quiet realizations that surfaced when distractions failed. Your soulmate tried to silence their heart with logic. They told themselves, it's not the right time. It's unrealistic. I should move on. But logic cannot overpower destiny forever. The angels describe moments when your soulmate felt pulled toward growth, yet resisted because growth required courage. They had to confront old wounds they avoided for years. Wounds formed from past relationships that ended painfully, childhood experiences that taught emotional protection, moments where trust led to disappointment. These wounds shaped their behavior, not their heart. The angels want you to understand this clearly. Your soulmate's silence was not absence of love. It was fear of pain. And fear is powerful until it is faced. The hidden battle reached its peak when your soulmate realized that avoiding love was costing them peace. They felt empty despite distractions, restless despite stability, disconnected despite being surrounded by people. This discomfort was not punishment. It was awakening. The angels say the soul becomes restless when it is ready to grow. Your soulmate reached a point where staying the same hurt more than changing. That is when the battle shifted. They stopped fighting their emotions, stopped running from memories, stopped pretending the connection didn't matter. This surrender was not weakness. It was strength. The angels described the moment as an internal breaking of chains formed by fear, ego, and past conditioning. Once those chains broke, clarity followed. Your soulmate saw the connection for what it truly was. Not a threat, not a mistake, not a distraction, but a mirror. A mirror showing them who they could become if they chose honesty. Winning this battle required forgiveness. They forgave themselves for past decisions, forgave timing, forgave circumstances beyond their control, and most importantly, they forgave you, not for wrongdoing, but for the pain of separation they associated with the connection. This forgiveness released emotional heaviness. The angels say this release is what allowed alignment to begin. When emotional weight lifts, angels can move freely. You may have felt this shift as a sudden calm, a sense of closure without conversation. Peace without explanation. Hope without desperation. These are signs that the battle is over. But the angels give an important reminder. Victory does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like quiet readiness. Your soulmate may not yet know exactly how to act, but they now know what they feel. And that changes everything. The angels also want to address something many people misunderstand. A soulmate's battle is not fought for you. It is fought for themselves. Only when a soul chooses growth for its own healing can it offer healthy love. That choice has been made. Now, the angels are working on the external circumstances that once blocked movement. Distance. Responsibilities. Timing. Conflicts. Emotional readiness. These barriers are being softened one by one. You do not need to push. You do not need to demand signs. You do not need to worry about being forgotten. What is divinely bonded cannot be erased by time or silence. The angels encourage you now to release old narratives. Do not assume the future will repeat the past. Do not measure new energy with old pain. The battle that caused the separation has ended. The energy that returns will be different. And as this transformation continues, the angels say you have already received a sign, one you noticed but questioned. Be very present now. The angels say this segment is meant to bring clarity, not confusion. Because the sign has already appeared. You noticed it, but you doubted it. Not because you lack faith, but because you were taught to question what you cannot explain. The angels say divine signs are often subtle, personal, and easy to dismiss, especially when the heart has been waiting for a long time. Let us speak of the signs. One of the most common signs you received was sudden remembrance. Out of nowhere, your soulmate crossed your mind, not as longing, not as pain, but as presence. You may have felt their energy strongly for a moment, a warmth, a calm, or a quiet emotional pull. That was not memory. That was energetic alignment. The angels explain that when two soul energies realign, thought becomes a bridge. This is why the thought appeared without effort. Another sign came through dreams. You may have dreamed of your soulmate, or of places connected to them, or of emotions rather than faces. These dreams felt vivid. Real. Emotionally charged. And when you woke up, the feeling stayed with you. The angels say dreams are the safest space for spiritual communication. The mind rests, and the soul speaks freely. If you questioned the dream, telling yourself it was just your imagination, the angels gently remind you, imagination is one of the ways the soul translates truth. Another sign came through repetition. Repeating numbers, repeating names, repeating symbols. You may have seen 1111 at moments of stillness. 222 during moments of decision. 444 when you felt protected. These are not random. The angels use repetition because it bypasses logic and speaks directly to awareness. You questioned these signs because you wanted certainty. The angels say, certainty comes after faith, not before. Another sign appeared as emotional release. You may have cried without a clear reason, felt the urge to forgive, or experienced peace where pain once lived. That emotional shift was not weakness. It was healing confirmation. The angels say hearts release what no longer belongs in the next chapter. You may also have received this sign through stillness, a moment where your anxiety quieted. Where you felt safe not knowing the outcome, where waiting no longer felt heavy. This calm is one of the strongest signs of divine movement. Chaos means resistance. Peace means alignment. But here is where doubt entered. You told yourself, I'm overthinking. I'm imagining things. I shouldn't read into this. The angels say doubt is not failure. It is human. But doubt does not cancel the sign. It only delays recognition. The reason this matters now is because signs build in sequence. When the first sign is ignored, the second grows stronger. When the second is doubted, the third becomes undeniable. You are between the second and third sign. This message is part of that sequence. The angels say, awareness accelerates manifestation. Once you acknowledge the sign, movement increases. This does not mean rushing, it means receiving. The angels ask you to do one thing today. Acknowledge what you felt without explaining it away. Say quietly, even just in your heart, I recognize this shift. That acknowledgement alone aligns you with the next phase. The angels also caution against comparing your journey to others. Soul connections are unique. Timelines are individual. Signs are personal. What matters is how you feel. And now, the angels prepare you for the next revelation. There is a difference between divine timing and human timing, and understanding this difference will protect you from frustration and fear. Take a slow breath. The angels say this is where many hearts become tired, not because they lack faith, but because they measure divine movement using human clocks. And divine timing does not move by minutes or months, it moves by readiness. Human timing asks, when will it happen? Divine timing asks, who are you becoming while you wait? The angels explain that waiting is not absence of action. It is preparation happening invisibly. You may have wondered why things didn't align sooner. Why communication stopped. Why opportunities faded. Why love felt close but unreachable. The angels say it is because certain internal shifts had not yet occurred. Timing is not about delay. It is about order. If reunion had happened before healing, it would have repeated pain. If clarity had come before growth, it would have been ignored. The angels say divine timing protects what is sacred. Protection sometimes feels like frustration, but it is mercy in disguise. You are being shaped. Your patience deepened. Your self-worth stabilized. Your dependence shifted from people to faith. Your soulmate was also being shaped. Their fear was confronted. Their emotional honesty matured. Their responsibility increased. This shaping could not be rushed. The angels say when humans interfere with divine timing, outcomes collapse under pressure. That is why forcing conversations, demanding clarity, or chasing reassurance often leads to confusion instead of peace. Divine timing requires surrender, not control. And surrender is not giving up, it is trusting. The angels describe divine timing like a door that opens only when both sides are aligned. One hand on the handle too early does nothing. Two hands at the right moment open everything. That moment is approaching now. You may notice time feeling different. Days passing faster. Weeks blending together. Moments of sudden stillness. These are signs that timelines are converging. Another sign of divine timing is emotional neutrality. You care, but you are not desperate. You hope, but you are not anxious. This balance is not loss of desire. It is readiness. The angels say obsession blocks alignment, but peace attracts it. This is why the angels repeatedly asked you to release control. Control is rooted in fear of loss. Trust is rooted in certainty of alignment. What is meant for you does not require guarding. It requires openness. The angels also want to address disappointment. You may have believed something was about to happen in the past, and it didn't. That does not mean you were wrong. It means timing was incomplete. Divine timing does not punish hope. It refines it. Each delay removed illusion and strengthened truth. Now your hope is calmer, wiser, and grounded. That is why what comes next will last. The angels caution you now not to rush ahead. Mentally. Do not imagine conversations before they happen. Do not rehearse outcomes. Do not predict endings. Stay present. Presence keeps the channel open. Anticipation closes it. Divine timing works best when the heart is receptive, not impatient. The angels say something important. If you are feeling peace without explanation, timing is active. If you are no longer forcing answers, alignment is near. If you feel ready for whatever happens, timing is unfolding. This does not mean everything will be immediate, but it does mean movement has begun. And movement guided by angels is precise. The angels are now clearing the path for the next phase, the phase where change becomes visible. Be still and listen. The angels say that from this moment forward, change will not announce itself loudly. It will reveal itself consistently. You may not wake up tomorrow with everything resolved, but you will wake up with something new. Alignment. The first change the angels speak of is inner stability. You may notice your emotions no longer swing as wildly. Thoughts that once drained you will lose their grip. Peace will begin to feel natural, not forced. This is not emotional numbness. This is grounding. When the soul aligns, the nervous system follows. The angels say this stability is necessary before external change appears. The second change is clarity. Confusion begins to dissolve, not because all answers arrive, but because the questions lose urgency. You will no longer feel the need to analyze every sign or replay every moment. Clarity often feels like acceptance before understanding. This acceptance opens the door for guided action. The third change is emotional release. Old sadness may surface briefly, not to return, but to leave. You may find yourself letting go of resentment, guilt, or regret you didn't realize you still carried. The angels say release happens when the heart trusts it no longer needs protection. Tears during this phase are not pain, they are cleansing. The fourth change is heightened intuition. You will sense when to wait and when to act, when to speak and when to remain silent, when something is aligned and when it is not. This intuition will feel calm, not urgent. Urgency comes from fear. Guidance comes from peace. The angels encourage you to honor this inner voice. The fifth change is external. Flow. Small things will begin aligning effortlessly. Conversations feel easier. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. Obstacles resolve without struggle. These shifts may not seem directly related to your soulmate, but they are. When soul alignment occurs, life organizes itself around that truth. The angels also mention a shift in self-perception. You may stop questioning your worth. Stop chasing validation. Stop shrinking to be accepted. This is because love that is divinely aligned never requires self-abandonment. The angels say this version of you is necessary for the next step. Because reunion energy requires two whole individuals, not two wounded halves. Another important change is detachment from outcomes. You still care, but you are no longer controlled by anticipation. This detachment is not indifference. It is trust. Trust that what is meant to arrive will not miss you. The angels say this trust is magnetic. It draws aligned events closer. Now, regarding your soulmate, you may notice subtle shifts. Their energy may feel nearer. Their presence may cross your mind peacefully. You may sense readiness instead of distance. These are signs that external movement is preparing to surface. However, the angels caution you again. Do not rush. Do not test the energy. Let it unfold. Testing creates resistance. Observing creates flow. The angels say divine change is gentle. It does not force. It invites. And you are being invited into a new chapter. One built on mutual growth, emotional maturity, and spiritual awareness. But before that chapter fully opens, the angels will show you how reunion energy manifests. The ways encounters are divinely orchestrated. Take a gentle breath. The angels say many people imagine reunion as a dramatic moment, a sudden message, a surprise confession, a perfect scene. Sometimes that happens, but more often, divine reunion unfolds quietly, naturally, and at exactly the moment when resistance is gone. The angels want you to understand this clearly. Reunion is not forced. It is allowed. When the energy between two souls is aligned, the physical world follows effortlessly. The first way reunion energy manifests is through subtle contact. You may feel the urge to check something connected to them, not from anxiety, but from curiosity. You may notice signs of synchronicity, their name appearing unexpectedly, shared memories resurfacing gently, common spaces re-entering your awareness. These are energetic threads. Reconnecting. Another way reunion unfolds is through unexpected communication. This communication may not start with emotional declarations. It may be simple, casual, almost ordinary. But the energy behind it will feel different. Calmer, more sincere, unforced. The angels say, when divine timing is active, communication feels natural, not rehearsed. There will be no need to convince, explain, or prove anything. Recognition will already be there. The angels also speak of divinely orchestrated encounters. You may cross paths unexpectedly, attend the same place at the same time. Be brought together through circumstances neither of you planned. These encounters are not accidents. Angels work through everyday moments. What feels random to the mind is precise to the soul. Another important aspect of reunion energy is emotional safety. When reunion approaches, fear decreases. You will not feel the need to protect yourself excessively. Your soulmate will not feel the need to hide. Honesty becomes easier. This is how you will know reunion is real. It will not feel chaotic. Chaos belongs to unfinished. Healing. Peace belongs to divine alignment. The angels also caution against expectations. Reunion does not mean everything is resolved instantly. It means a new foundation has formed. Conversations may be slower. Trust may rebuild gradually. Connection deepens step by step. This is healthy. Divine love grows steadily, not impulsively. The angels remind you that reunion energy respects free will. Angels guide. They do not force. If either soul tries to control the process, the energy slows. If both remain open, the energy flows. This is why your role remains simple. Be receptive, not reactive. Allow moments to unfold without pressure. Let actions speak louder than assumptions. The angels also mention divine pauses. Even after initial contact, there may be moments of silence. These are not setbacks. They are integration periods. Times when emotions settle and clarity forms. Silence does not mean absence. It means processing. Trust. The rhythm. Reunion guided by angels follows a sacred rhythm. Advance, pause, integrate. Advance. Not chaos. Not confusion. The angels also speak of mirrors. During reunion, you may see parts of yourself reflected in your soulmate. Strength you developed during separation, Wisdom gained through patience. Boundaries shaped by growth. This reflection confirms readiness. Now. The angels prepare you for your responsibility during reunion energy. Stay grounded. Do not overinterpret. Do not rush vulnerability. Do not project future outcomes. Be present. Presence keeps divine guidance active. And now, the angels reveal something important before reunion fully stabilizes. There is one final instruction for you. A simple yet powerful action that aligns everything. Listen carefully. Angels say this is not a message of urgency. It is a message of alignment. There is nothing you need to chase, nothing you need to force, nothing you need to fix. What you must do now is simple, but powerful. The first instruction is release. Control. Control comes from fear of loss. Alignment comes from trust. The angels say every time you mentally plan outcomes, rehearse conversations, or imagine endings, you tighten the energy. Instead, return to presence. When thoughts rush ahead, gently bring them back. Say quietly, I trust divine timing. This statement calms the soul and opens the path. The second instruction is practice. Gratitude before manifestation. Do not wait for proof to feel thankful. Gratitude signals readiness. The angels encourage you to thank the universe, not for what is coming, but for what has already shifted within you. Thank your growth. Thank your patience. Thank your healing. This gratitude anchors the blessing. The third instruction is protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world, right? Now. Avoid sharing details with people who speak from fear, doubt, or cynicism. Protecting your energy is not isolation, it is wisdom. The angels say silence can be sacred. The fourth instruction is remain emotionally honest. Do not suppress your feelings. Do not dramatize them. Observe them. If sadness arises, allow it. If hope rises, welcome it. If peace settles, rest in it. Emotional honesty keeps the channel clear. The fifth instruction is release past narratives. Do not assume the future will mirror the past. Do not label your soulmate by old behavior. That chapter has ended. Speak gently about the connection, even in your thoughts. The angels say, language shapes energy. The sixth instruction is stay spiritually grounded. This does not require rituals or perfection. It requires intention. Take moments of stillness. Breathe deeply. Reconnect with yourself daily. Grounding keeps expectation from turning into anxiety. Now, the angels give you a simple prayer, not to ask, but to align. You may say it now or later. Angels of divine love, I release what no longer serves me. I trust the timing unfolding in my life. I welcome clarity, peace, and alignment. What is meant for me may find me easily, and what is not may fall away gently. The angels say speaking this once is enough. Alignment does not require repetition. It requires sincerity. Another important instruction is do not test the energy. Do not provoke reactions. Do not seek reassurance through action. Testing creates pressure. Trust allows flow. The angels say if action is required, it will feel calm and natural, not impulsive. Finally, the angels remind you your worth is not determined by outcomes. Whether reunion unfolds soon or later, you are already whole. This truth protects you from attachment, and attachment blocks alignment. The angels say when you no longer need something to feel complete, it arrives more easily. Now, the angels prepare you for the final message, a closing blessing, a confirmation, a sealing of everything you've heard. Take a deep, calming breath. The angels say this is the moment to fully receive their message. the message that confirms everything you've heard, felt, and seen over the past segments. Your soulmate's heart has shifted. Your soul has aligned. The universe has moved quietly, perfectly, and intentionally to prepare both of you for what is next. The angels want you to hear this clearly. You are ready. Not tomorrow, not in some distant future, now, your growth, your healing, your patience, your trust, all of it has brought you to this exact moment. The angels describe it as a sacred intersection of energy, emotion, and divine timing. Every tear, every moment of doubt, every prayer whispered in silence, it all converged here. Your soulmate's actions, unseen by most, have set a ripple effect in motion, a ripple that reaches your life in ways that may already feel subtle, but are about to become more tangible. The angels want you to feel peace. Feel joy. Feel certainty, not in the form of certainty of outcomes, but certainty that everything is divinely aligned. Now, the angels offer a blessing. May your heart be filled with clarity, your soul with courage, your mind with calm, and your spirit with unshakable trust. May the love that is meant for you arrive gently, and may it honor your growth, your patience, and your light. The angels say this blessing is not distant, it is immediate. It flows directly into your energy field the moment you receive it. To fully anchor this blessing, the angels guide you in one final, simple act, intention and acknowledgement. Take a moment now, in silence, and say to yourself, I receive this blessing. I recognize the alignment in my life. I welcome love, clarity, and peace. As divinely guided, feel the energy shift. Notice the calm that may arise. Notice the subtle sense of hope renewed. Notice the sense of being held and guided. This is a confirmation, divine, gentle, and personal. The angels remind you, your journey is sacred. Your timing is perfect. Your soulmate's energy is now in motion. And now, for those watching this channel, for those who feel the resonance of these angelic messages, the angels encourage a small, conscious action to continue the flow. Like this video if you feel touched by this message. This acknowledges that your spirit is open to receive guidance. Comment, I receive this blessing, to declare your readiness. This seals the alignment and activates your intentions. Subscribe to Holy Encouragement for daily words of angels. These messages may reach you at exactly the right moment, answering prayers you have yet to speak. The angels say, when you engage in this small, conscious action, it is not just a digital click, it is an energetic alignment with your own path and the divine flow. And finally, the angels leave you with this truth. Love that is meant for you will arrive without force, without fear, and without struggle. It will honor your growth, your heart, and your soul. Believe it, receive it, live it, because your soulmate's unbelievable act has already begun to change your life, and you are ready to embrace it fully. Take one more deep breath. Feel the peace. Feel the alignment. And know, angels are guiding you, always gently and purposefully.